Okay, here we go. Music and the church. Recorded history cannot really find a time when the church was not an undeniably important part of Western music. During some of the most crucial periods of development for Western music, the church, and particularly the Roman Catholic Church, had incredible power, including financial resources. During this time, most people could not hear music on a regular basis, and so when they did hear music, it was something that was so special it was thought of as almost divine. Music was seen as a gift from God, and in fact, many composers thought that music should serve no other purpose than to worship God. There is a 1,000-year period where pretty much the only music that survived was music from the Catholic Church. Of course, there was music being made outside of the church at this time, but hardly any of it was notated, and therefore, almost all of it was lost. There was a long period of what is called Gregorian chant, in which a group of monks sang a single line in unison without anything else going on. After this period, compositions became more complex with different parts, instruments became more reliable and sophisticated, and at that point, music in the church pretty much became unstoppable. You can't study the history of Western music without studying church music. So many important composers were hired to work in a church. The history of music in the church is full of controversy. In the 16th century, Pope Sixtus V banned women from singing in churches. Soon after that, the church played a secretive but undeniable role in the castration of thousands of male singers. And in the early 20th century, Pope Pius X outlined several guidelines for the singing of Mass, including the preference that women stay out of choirs. Some of the most famous and well-loved pieces of music are religious compositions. Mozart spent his final days on earth composing his Requiem Mass, and Bach's B minor Mass and his St. Matthew Passion are known as some of history's greatest compositions. Over and over again, we see history's best composers turning to the influence of church music to inspire some of their grandest works. It's a fascinating history.